This next bout is 2 5-minute rounds in the semifinals of the KHK World Championships, with the winner facing Mohammed the latest Fakhdin in the finals right after Hamza Kuheji's fight at the end of the night. Let's meet our warriors. Your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and no losses. He stands 179 centimeters tall and weighs already 104.2 kilograms. Representing King Goja Warrior Tribe and fighting out of Russia, please welcome Azamat, the professional Murzakanov! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 4 losses. He stands 191 centimeters tall and weighs already 115 kilograms. Representing Real Combat Team and fighting out of Brasilia, Brazil. Put your hands together for Guto, the Beast Inocente. Your referee is Aiden Marin.
Murzakanov. Here's your dear tale of the tape, the 39-year-old Murzakanov. He is the lighter fighter, but that Zambo background, he's beaten some of the most elite fighters in the world, 7-0, taking on 7-4 Guto Inocente. And as you were saying, Phil, in the walkout, defended his world kickboxing title last Saturday night.
But something you astutely pointed to was the movement of Murzakanov. He has that almost karate style darting in and out. And as a southpaw, if he goes level change to overhand left, it could be good night for Inocente.
Respect by both men being shown thus far, because they are fully aware both of them will turn off your lights with one shot.
There's that overhand left.
Murzakanov just need to be careful. He just almost ducked his head a little as he came in and changed his level, looking for that takedown. And wide base and spread here by Inocente.
That was beautiful chain attacks. He went from the overhand left, almost faked that, ducked under into the takedown. I'd like to see him try and establish both underhooks here. Good defense from Inocente. In that 50-50 position, both men have an overhook, both men have an underhook. And Guto using his size now to pin Murzakanov against the cage.
And I was going to allude to that, Phil. 253 Inocente came in at, well, 229 Murzakanov, and big discrepancy in weight class and size. You only have to look at them standing side by side to see that. This is where you really wanted it.
This is absolutely a critical moment in this fight. Absolutely 100%. If the professional can take his man down and keep him down, he's going to win this fight. He is the superior wrestler.
And what he's trying to do now so expertly is elevate those legs above the hips so that Inocente can't get any purchase on trying to get up. But Inocente doing the right thing, trying to butt scoot against the cage and use it to wall work. Trying with that butterfly sweep to elevate. Murzakanov wise to it, just needs to step over into half guard. And I think if he establishes that half guard position, he would have just rained down blows. But good work from Inocente to get the guard back. Inocente, not just a striker, also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, so it'll be interesting to see what he does with this guard. How dangerous is his guard going to be? Is he going to open up and look for submission, or is he going to try and hold on and look for the stand-up?
Murzakanov, though, will be in this position, happy to be here, and he will start to work and operate. And that's one thing about him, he does not lay and pray. He will not sit and wait. He has nasty, hellish-like style ground and pound.
That's a beautiful elbow. Turned over expertly on it, and you just heard the crunch.
This is where Guto would not want to have been. Trying to get back up to his feet, but like a bear clamp.
That's a beautiful takedown.
Murzakanov gets it back down, and the energy will be sapped there from Inocente, trying to get back to his feet and being lifted up and pulled back down on his butt. That's going to drain the tank as well, and this is exactly how he would have wanted the fight going so far, Murzakanov. Heavy on top, and Essentially, trying to use all that power just to try and burst out of there. Got that knee shield in, but beautiful shots coming down.
Oh, there's some big shots. And what he's doing so well is he's landing the shots and then he's going back down to control the body. Beautiful MMA intelligence and just framing off the face and landing that elbow.
Nasty elbows again coming down, and they're starting to get through, and Aidan Marin having a close look.
Just with a half cradle right now, trying to immobilize the hips of Inocente.
You can see he almost adjusts the position, Kirk, to where he wants to be, and then unloads his shots.
He does indeed. And there's our sweep attempt. That was huge. The Brazilian is back on his feet where he wants to be.
Look at the size of Inocente's legs. I think the game plan for Inocente is going to be to stand off and invite the stand-up.
Not so far. Looks like he'll be stepping through, and it sits through.
Almost Damian Maia-esque sitting through into that single leg, but here we go, back on
the feet.
Nice limp leg.
What will that grappling have done now to the speed of Inocente? He looks a little tired, them muscles filling up.
All 253 pounds of him. But as we say, with men this size, it just takes one shot.
Murzakanov just looking to land that big left hand that we've seen throughout his career.
So light on the feet, just pawing with the jab, throwing fakes, trying to get Inocente to bite on something, to react.
Shots definitely seem to be coming slower by Inocente here.
That was a nice cross check from Murzakanov, using the lead leg to cross body check.
She uses that right hand almost like a fencer would to dart in and then loop with that left hand. Nothing but impressive so far.
Inocente's mouth was open, his hands were lowering, he was clearly feeling fatigued. This is a much better position for him to be in.
Good observation. He has those double underhooks, he's just using head control.
It was just a 10-second clapper, so we're coming to the end of the opening of, again, one of 2 rounds. Are the semi-finals. There is the end of the round, but you look at that, and your take there is Murzakanov got it to where he wanted it primarily.
I think the more telling shots throughout those 5 minutes were landed by Murzakanov. Those beautiful frame-off elbows that he was just popping into the head whilst in the half-guard position were beautiful.
Ring generalship is no longer officially a part of the unified rules of mixed martial arts, but what you did see there was ring generalship sufficient, I believe, to have won the round for him. You can actually see a little bit of disappointment written on the face of the beast.
You can see Inocente just taking some big, deep breaths. You wonder what those grappling exchanges have taken out of Guto Inocente.
What does Guto Inocente need to do as we look at the replays here of the big takedowns by Murzakanov?
Huge tactical mistake stepping into that guard, allowing the Russian to spin to his knees and take him down with a single. Should have called his opponent up into his territory.
Essentially what Guto needs to do is maintain distance and utilize strikes. No single strikes, punches and bunches, constantly moving, adopting that lateral movement, because we know from previous experience, Murzakanov will charge him to the cage and look for the takedown.
Show of respect.
Big head kick from Guto to open up. But again, just that darting in and out movement from Murzakanov. Almost as if he's just waiting to set up a home for that big left hand.
Inocente almost has a holster in his
There
right
it
hand
is.
of his own with that beautiful left hand. It's the light on the feet. That's what I was utilising and saying earlier. Fedor-esque. It reminds you of the way Fedor would fight.
And just turns over the hand on the...
And power on that backhand as he's backing forward as well. So as Guto is coming forward, he's got to be careful of that left hand on the back take.
That in and out footwork is the equivalent of head movement in boxing. Head movement in MMA is a little problematic. You can get stuffed with the front headlock, a knee can come up and catch you, but you can move your head very effectively in this sport through your feet.
Nice chain work, and he's in on the takedown. Can he get this?
One thing that Murzakanov is doing, he's constantly making Inocente work, Phil. Everything is defending the strikes, but then now defending the takedown. Constantly working.
There's no rest here. Sometimes when you see guys in a clinch position, it's an opportunity for both guys to catch their breath. What Murzakanov is doing so beautifully is applying pressure, applying forward momentum, forcing Guto to keep his senses about him and work. Guto uses his 253 pounds to pin Murzakanov.
Beautifully torn by Murzakanov.
Watch out for the elbow here. He's just framed off on the fence. Again, Inocente trying to frame off.
right in front of us here in commentary. And it's all positioning work by Murzakanov. You almost feel everything he does is like a chess player just moving a pawn into a position to put Guto where he wants them.
There's no wasted energy, Noel, and that's what I think so interesting about what he's doing here. He knows exactly what he's trying to do here. He has that underhook. He's trying to work in for the second, and he's landing enough shots to keep himself honest.
The Russian won the hand fighting. He's winning the giraffe fight with the heads now.
The referee is just going to separate them. Not seeing enough was Aidan Marin. He's really got to take a chance. We're coming up to the last 3 minutes of this bout, and he's really got to land something and get the respect of Murzakanov to make him think about changing levels, to make him think about springing in.
Nice work in the clinch, but a quick break from Inocente.
The question mark kick there was Inocente, and he needs more of that. But a beautiful right hand followed by a left by the Russian.
And you can see he's just constantly working him to get his back against the cage. Expect to see him close distance and shoot.
But how that is landing, Kerrick, is he's setting up like going for the takedowns. He's making Inocente think he's coming in for a takedown. He paused the right hand and then comes with that left.
Guto's problem is he's got knockout power and it doesn't take a lot of energy, but in order to set up that knockout power, it does take a lot of energy, and he doesn't have it right now. His arms are heavy, his legs are flat. He's struggling in this fight hard.
Got his bell rung a couple of times there. Beautiful combinations, as you said, to waste no energy. Uses that combination to get in and clasp, and again, keep Guto working.
It's almost while he's throwing that overhand left, he's already changed levels before it lands and is working for that takedown. And there it is, beautiful takedown.
That could be a big part of this fight that saps away any thought that Guto Inocente had of potentially turning this tide.
Guto Inocente is going to, I believe, is going to try and keep his feet closed, control his opponent's head, and try and catch his breath.
Beautiful elbows here.
Just right down the middle, beautiful, Yano. Guto seems like he's just trying to wrap Murzakanov up and try and force a stand-up.
Both men, as you can see, both men very slippery at this stage of the fight as well. So difficult to trap that arm because the lubrication of the sweat will allow
All Murzakanov
to pull it out, yeah.
All Murzakanov really needs to do is just roll that wrist. He's landing beautiful short hammer fist, and it's all the way across the cage from us, but yet we could hear.
Pounding. The power he's generating as well from full guard, inside the full guard of Guto Inocente. Beautiful elbow right on the jawline.
Just under 90 seconds to go. What has Guto Inocente got left? What can he do to try and turn the tide of this fight?
There's about a half dozen basic strategies from guard. You can try and stand, you can try and take your opponent's back, you can try and sweep your opponent, you can try and hit him. You can also just try and hold on and catch your breath, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Right for the leg here, trying to grab the ankle of Murzakanov, but Kanov shuts that door.
He followed the hips beautifully. What he needed to do in a situation such as that, when the man on the bottom is trying to create an angle, is keep your hips square with your opponent, and that's what he did so beautifully.
We're
Again,
just under a minute.
I just noticed there was just a clapper in the crowd, and our referee almost acknowledged it. And this seems to be happening in the crowd again. There's definitely something going on.
There was 48 seconds left in that round.
Somebody's got to identify the guy with a horn in the audience and choke him out.
There's a legitimate problem going on here. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's somebody with a clapper and there's somebody with a horn. There's 48 seconds left in that round.
So Bill, I just went away from the desk there because there's somebody in the crowd who has a clapper and an air horn in the crowd, and our referees, to their credit, they're busy umpiring the fight, refereeing the fight.
Well, they're doing exactly what a referee should do. If a referee hears the clapper, that's their indication that it's going to finish in 10 seconds. When they hear the horn, they get involved and call it into the round.
I'd almost say this needs to be announced within the building for whoever is doing the stop. It's essentially like going to a football match and blowing a whistle. I've actually just had confirmation that the clock on your screen watching at home is incorrect, and our official timekeeper clock was correct. That was a 5-minute round. And I wonder, was that the case in the opening round? We called out the referee that he made this error due again to officiating here in the clapper, here in the horn. So potentially the right call was made in the opening round.
If that is the case, my sincere apologies for any criticism I may have levelled at the referee. We can only go on what we know as well. But beyond that drama, Nolo Chief, let's talk about that fight.
Yeah.
For me, what we've seen was beautiful chain attacks from Murzakanov. He was able to string his overhands through the takedowns, and once he got a dominant position on the ground, he went to work. He was landing beautiful short hammer fists, beautiful elbows to slice inside the guard and break the guard of Guto Inocente.
Yeah, I really think Azamat really put on a stunning performance in that fight, and he done everything he wanted. The thing is that style fight, how grinding it is. We looked at Mohamed Bakardine, we look now at this fight, out of the two, who was the pressure? It's hard to say the right tactic because you're fighting another world-class fighter, but whose tactic was right? I guess they're going to have to find out in our main event.
But what an interesting main event we are going to have. If it's gone the way I think it's gone, and Murzakanov has taken the decision here, and he fights Mohamed Bakardine, what a beautiful clash of styles we have in that kind of a fight.
Let's make it official and let's send it up to the roaring line. Carlos Kramer.
Incredible battle. After 2 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they score it a unanimous decision. And the winner to test and face Mohamed Bakardine in the KHK World Championship final tonight. From Russia, Azamat, the professional Murzakanov.